My name is Nathanael Rebmann. My presentation will be more of the short and sweet variety. You may not know if I'm looking at the town of Butler, but I grew up with a lot of artists. My circle of friends in high school includes 2 photographers, 2 filmmakers, several writers and actors, more musicians than I can really mention, and even a stand-up comedian. So when I learned that one of my class projects would be to create a short video portrait, I felt I would have a wealth of ideas and people I could choose from to represent. See, Butler seems to be like many small towns, larger towns, cities, and really anywhere that people grew up, in that the people in it seem to want nothing more than to get out at the earliest possible opportunity. At least that was the case for me. But as I grew older, I realized that Butler isn't really all that bad. Of course, we had our problems. Downtown isn't as lively as it once was, so there isn't as much to do. And there isn't necessarily the wealth of job opportunities that you find in even some places close to Cranberry. But it's also a town where some of the richest neighborhoods are just a few miles away from a trailer park. This makes our high school and even the community college a melting pot of socioeconomic people. There are different races, religions. You have people, like I said, you have anyone from art, you have anyone from hipster artists to hicks, often in the exact same, sharing the same tables in the lunchroom. We're nestled nicely in between Pittsburgh and Erie, so it's not too far a drive to get to either a bustling metropolis or one of the nicest beaches without going all the way to the East Coast. And so I wanted to use this project as an opportunity to show people the Butler that I knew. I want to show the creativity and the talent that the people of Butler possess. That's the people of a town that's usually referred to the people of town of towners as a little place just north of Pittsburgh. Holly, the musician and the subject of my video portrait, was kind enough to sit down with me and tell me about what it is she does, to share her own small piece of this town called Butler. And I'd like to share it with all of you today.
I honestly don't know what made me want to play the harp. Now that I play it, I'm glad that I do, and I have so much fun with it. I guess, so I was 3, I'd asked my mom if I could play the harp. Who knows why a 3-year-old wants to play the harp, but apparently I did. And my mom just told me to play piano, keep doing that for a while. And then when I was in 4th grade, I asked her again, and she said, well, if we find a harp teacher that's close to us, we'll get you lessons. I had thought about majoring in the harp for a while, and then decided I didn't want to be in an orchestra because it's very, very cutthroat to keep in one. And then if I, because of certain circumstances, wasn't able to stay as on top of my game as other people, I wouldn't be able to have a job in the harp other than doing weddings. So I pursued voice because I love singing. There's just something great about having your instrument being a part of who you are versus playing an instrument. And you can see such a difference when you're playing too, instead of just improving your technique so that your fingers don't cause you to get carpal tunnel the way that you're holding the harp. But vocally, you can feel a difference in how you talk, how you breathe, even in everyday life too. Yeah, I am a voice major, so I've done lots of different types of music. Particularly at Grove City College, I do classical music, so opera, different art songs, German, French, Italian. That's been a really good basis for a foundation of technique. So to learn how to breathe and keep your vocal cords open and your whole body involved in the process of singing. And then all the other instruments that I've played, we go through methods classes at schools so that you can become proficient at an instrument. So you go through there and you learn the very basics of playing violin and how not to hold your hand really tense and to try to do it very nicely. And then, of course, you sound like you're a 4-year-old trying to play. But through it, I think most of us that have done it have found 2 or 3 instruments that we really like other than the ones that we originally played. So I really enjoyed playing the saxophone because it was very, very jazzy, which is different than the vocal stuff that I do in the harp stuff. And I think another one that was fun was the tuba for me, just because it was so deep and something that I'm not, since I'm a first soprano, so as high as it can go. The top choice, I guess, in career would be to sing somehow in some capacity and make enough money to not have to have another job. So at this point, I don't know whether that's going to include doing musicals, doing opera, singing at a fancy hotel or something. But currently, as I go to graduate, I'm looking into different programs that different people like the Pittsburgh Opera Theater have, where they can get you into the business of music and the opera world, and slowly show you the ropes so that you don't just go in there blindly on auditions. But I am going to go into some of those blind auditions as well. So it's kind of exciting to have this whole path ahead of you that you can't really see any point to, like any specific point that you're going towards, but you have this general idea of what you want to do.
Thank you again.